Hello, welcome to my tutorial on how to randomize 3DS Pokemon games. So, the first thing you're going to need to do for this is make sure you have your emulator ready. Before we begin, you're going to want to make sure you have one of those, and also you've already got the ROMs downloaded and everything. I can't tell you where to find the ROMs, because, yeah, I'm not going to do that. Usually just Google ROM hack for Pokemon game that you want. For instance, Ultra Moon Pokemon ROM. And then you can download off the sites from there. And then what I'm also going to ask you to do is create a new file on your desktop. Well, at least that's what I've done for mine, because that's where I store most of my files that I need to access quickly, and name it Pokemon Randomizer. Then, you're going to use the link to install, to open up this GitHub page here, which will be the Universal Pokemon Randomizer. And then you're going to click this download link here, which will download a zip file, and that will be appearing in your downloads. And then you're going to move it over into this folder. And then I've already extracted my one here, but you want to right click your file, and if you don't have extractor, like I do, if you have WinRAR you can just extract it, or if you don't, you can just use the Windows Extract All. But what you do need to make sure you do is you go browse, and then you want to go over to your file, for here, you want to select folder, and then that's all good, and then you can extract. Otherwise it will extract to a random place that you don't know where it is, and you want to make sure you have these files all in the same place. Now the next thing you want, once you've done that might take a moment to do, you want to do launch your Windows, if you're on Windows, and you get a little pop-up. It's completely fine, just let it run. It's going to open up command prompt, don't worry about it, it's not going to do too much. You can see what it's doing here, it's literally just processing stuff, not really anything actually, and that's all good to go. Oh, it's not all good to close, never mind. Sorry, just going to run that again. Give it a moment. And then this will open up here. Now, you will have a little pop-up, which will be like information about the randomizer. Just press OK. It's unless you want to learn more about the randomizer stuff, it just take you to this little wiki page here for it. It's information about the randomizer and stuff, which can be useful. Now, before you can edit any settings here, you've got loads of different settings you can change from. You need to select the game you're randomizing. Now, if you want to click Open ROM, and you want to go to desktop, at least where you want to open up your 3DS games folder, and then see I've already done this with Mega Ruby. As you can see, I've got a 3DS file and a CXI file. Now I've got my 3DS file for Sun and Ultra Moon here. I'm going to click open, and now I can edit my settings all at once and stuff. Now for those of you who don't have the settings already saved into your computer, like a saved file, there'll be one in the description. As well as the link for the GitHub page will also be in the description. You can choose which ones you want from here, like you can change randomized movesets, starters. I want completely random starters. I also want to randomize the held items. Let's do random similar strengths there, and random both requested and given. Or maybe I want to do custom, and let's go Tapu Fini, and let's go Piggyback, and let's go Araquanid, for whatever reason. Yeah, then you can do that. If you hover over the settings, it'll tell you what these do, if you're confused on what one does, which is really useful to have. And yeah, I think that's a really useful tool to have at your disposal. Movesets and stuff, you do a different moveset so you can have. What I like to do is I don't like to have move data randomize. So I'm not going to have any of these ticks. And then Pokemon movesets, I like to have random completely, because I think for this one it's really, really fun. And that's what the settings will be in the thing. So if you do have, and you can just go through all this and click which ones you want to change and stuff. For instance, these are mistreats, these aren't really like game affecting ones. But yeah. Yeah. So you can change it so all the Pokemon have us. You can so don't reply to that form. So for instance, a Mega Evolution will stay Mega out after you finish the battle. That's how that works. But yeah, I wouldn't say it's necessary for that one. You can have these ones if you want to, depending on what you're doing. Now, if you already have settings, you would also want to put those into the randomizer file, as I've done already here. I've got randomizer settings Pokemon Ultra Moon, which is handy. You want to make sure you have them in a place that you can find them. So you can just go load settings, and the reason why I haven't looked at randomizer folder is because that's the folder that opens up first when you click load settings. And then you just click the file, open, and it's going to setting loaded. And then as you can see, some of the stuff has changed already, and it's already changed stuff. Completely random. Yeah. These are from, yeah, and it's all sorted. As you can look here, I've got slow XP curves for all Pokemon. And yeah, it's all sorted, basically. And now, if I want to randomize this now, all I have to do is click randomize. Now, I'm going to click CXI because I'm using an emulator. It's going to take a little longer, but that's fine. What don't need a name file. You need to now go into your 3DS file games again, like you did when you're opening it. You want to double click this to make sure it's open. Don't want to just save it to there. You want to click the game you're randomizing, the same one that you clicked on to open it. So if I clicked Omega Ruby here, it wouldn't work. But if I because I clicked Ultra Moon here, I'm randomizing Ultra Moon. So now I click save. And now it's going to create a copy of that game with all the randomized stuff. And just give that a moment. Yeah. Yep. Now, with the save log, if you're doing a race or something, don't want to do that because it can give you an unfair advantage. You can see all the stuff in the randomization. It can tell you everything that's been randomized and how it's been randomized, which is basically looking ahead, which isn't fair. Now, if you want to send the file of the seed to someone so they have the exact same random experience as you do, you can do that by producing the file. I'm not going to for this one. And then once you've gone through those are the first two pop-ups that are done, and then you're done. The game is randomized. So now what you can do is I can actually close this. So if I open up the command prompt file, and this is all the randomizing it's done. And then close. And then I can just I don't need to open these files anymore. I'm just going to boot up my emulator. And as you can see, I've got a randomized seed here of Ultra Moon. And I'll show you that on my 3DS files as well. And boom, it's just this one here. It's a CXI file instead of the 3DS file. That's what the randomized game is. And I can boot up Ultra Moon. And yep. What I will do quickly is I will go configure current application. And I'm going to set my emulation speed to very quick. Set emulation speed. Let's just say 745 for now. I don't think I actually pressed OK. That's funny. Okay. And now it's going a lot faster, so I can just speed through this. Game. Sorry for the mashing. It's just to get through all this really quickly. I don't really care what too much what I'm hitting here because I'm just going to reset it all after. I'm just going to erase progress and then re-randomize. For what I'm doing, which is a randomized race with some friends I'm doing, which I will be live streaming, I think, at least my side of things, which will be a lot of fun. Oh no, wild young goose. Obviously these are not going to be randomized models since we're creating a cutscene and stuff, so they're already set. Where we'll see is it's been randomized is not this bit. Here. See, I've got Kricketune, Rattata, or Marowak. See, I want Marowak. Cool. Probably nice. I don't want to give Marowak a name. No, just stick to this one. I'm Kahuna. I'm not going to go through much more of the game. I'm just going to go up to here. Random encounter. Oh my god, it's a Furfrou. That's not meant to be there. And why do I have all these random moves because it's all randomized. That is how you randomize Pokemon. Now I'm gonna quickly lower the speed down a lot more now. That's the wrong configure. And now it's regular speed, cool, and I can say I'm going to use cross drop, which I think actually is like one of the main moves that he actually knows. Cool, I one-shot it, cool. But yeah, that is game. That's how you randomize it. Let's go, and I've also randomized the abilities as well, so he's got a Figgy Berry for some reason, because that's what I randomized to, and its ability is Sniper. And let's just see what Sniper does. Powers up moves, you can get critical hits if they become critical. Pretty cool. And that is how you randomize 3DS games. Yeah. As I said, the links will be in the description. Yeah. That's about it. I think that's all I've got to run through on. Yeah. One thing I will say is be careful when you're randomizing something, because you need to make sure you're not randomizing the CXI file by accident. So if I'm re-randomizing the game, I don't want to click CXI file. Otherwise, it will not work properly. Yeah, I'm going to exit now. For instance, I'll show you quickly what happens when you do that. Run, let's reopen the randomizer. If I click open ROM, and then I go desktop, and then I go 3DS games, and let's say I'm going to re-randomize my regular routine, this is the CXI file, so you'll know you've done that, because it will go unofficial ROM, and it'll give you a warning like it gave me there, and it basically just means that it's not supported, so it won't work properly, because it's already randomized, and it's not a 3DS file. But yeah, that's that, basically. Thank you for your time, and I hope you have a great day. And I'll see you in the next one.